for anyone who's just turned this episode on, okay, and they're doing the calculation in their head. Why should I watch this?
Keep rolling.
Why should I do this? Should I just keep swiping?
Yeah, these guys
don't swipe.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's something that you guys are going to tell that person to stop? Put that thumb on there. Stop. Hear us out, and watch the rest of this episode. Watch the entire episode.
The reason why you should watch this whole episode is because Trevor actually got me to stop and sit for an hour and 17 minutes.
Yeah, which is rare at a show.
Because at a show, too.
That's tough.
You got people waiting on you over there.
Oh, yeah. Those are my people right there.
And
they're like, we're
able
hungry.
to do this because of our people, which is cool.
But like we touch on some topics that, not a lot of people ask about. And, you get to learn about a little bit of the ins and outs of how this stuff really happened. How did Backwoods get here? What is it that the key points?
We told a little bit of our story.
What is that
that nobody knows?
Yeah.
A lot of that stuff, and we've never told publicly.
But learn who we are, right? You know our products,
this is
our
Backwoods,
riders. Get to know us a little bit more, because I'll tell you one thing. What I've learned is that we are all the same. We're all just a little bit weirder, a little bit crazier.
Yeah.
And that's what we are. We're diehard snowmobilers, and we're in it. We're in it for the long run. We're in it for all it's worth.
Yep.
So we're not going anywhere. Yep. You might as well chime in now. Get on board.
Yeah, we got
the Backwoods train. You got a train horn on this thing?
Yeah. We need a train horn.
Yeah, there's one of them. I don't
Where's
know
the
what
train horn?
Yeah,
somebody hit the horn. They should watch it because of the train horns.
That's right. What?
Ladies and gentlemen, what time is it? It is 5:42 Eastern. We are at the Race into Winter New Hampshire Grass Drags, all the way over on the East Coast.
Epping, New Hampshire.
Epping, New Hampshire. First timer.
Yeah.
Okay. These guys invited us out, basically. Very kind of you guys. Gave us a bed, room and board. Even fed us some food last night.
When we can help, we'll do what we can.
Yeah.
Do the best we can.
So we had this show on our radar. Talked to a lot of people, and Chet and Ryan from Backwood basically convinced us, hey, you guys need to come out here and at least give it a shot.
Sure.
Give it a shot.
I mean, there's nothing, there's heydays, and then, east of the Mississippi, this is the biggest event out here. So if you're going to come over, this is the one to come to.
Yeah. Now, before we get going too far into this, okay, I said, guys, we need to spice this episode up. What can we give away? I'm like, can we give away a bumper? And Chet was like, why don't we just give away $1,000?
Right, because you never know. Some people just want one bumper, rear bumper, front bumper, spindles. They get a lot of stuff to choose from now. Some people just want a bunch of hats.
That's a lot of hats.
$1,000 of merch. There you go.
That's a lot of merch.
$1,000 gift card.
Yeah. So that's what we're giving away. So if you're watching this video on YouTube, on the podcast, wherever you're listening or watching, in the description, we'll have a link. It'll take you to the giveaway. Where the gift card will be presented. It'll be super slick, super easy. I think it takes like 10 seconds. So pop your name, email.
Easy peasy.
And that's it.
It's easy.
Yeah, and we will pick the winner in 2 weeks. So before the next episode drops, someone's going to have that
2
flash
weeks from
sheet.
today?
2 weeks from when this goes live.
Okay.
So
check your turnaround time.
Yeah. So, yeah, and we are live, and this show is still going. So we've got people flowing home.
We're throwing it back and forth. Boys are over here making it happen. We got friends walking by.
Yep. So let's maybe kick things off. We've got a slew of questions, but first timer here at this show, guys. We had ourselves a morning. Okay,
we did.
So
that was
so
not
this
usual.
We are stacking Deviant Ink, we're stacking 3 shows in 7 days.
Not good for you guys.
So
I would never.
We had to ship stuff out to you guys, and you guys were kind enough to trailer it down. Then we had to haul stuff in suitcases on the airplane. Get here, we have nothing sharp, we have no tools, we have no chairs.
Yeah.
The only thing we have is a beautiful big tent to shade, protect us from the elements.
It's a beautiful tent, too. I'll give you that.
And so did you guys.
We had a couple nice ones this morning.
And I don't know, the people were saying, like, riffraff from the hurricane down south is making its way up the coast.
If you ask me, it was the hurricane. That was crazy.
And we had wind, like, pretty much all day. Luckily, we had, like, 10 guys basically holding down each leg.
Yeah,
And
we operated that way a
we had
little
to take down a lot of our stuff, and there were tents flying into the pond out here. So yeah, we've been cooking all day in the sun. Zero shade. Tomorrow it might rain. We're not going to put our tent up, I don't think, because we don't want to get to you guys wet.
Yeah.
You know?
No.
That'd be bad
whatever.
news.
It won't bother us. Telling you.
We'll survive.
Anyways, we got Backwoods here. This has been something I've wanted to sit down with you guys since we started the Sledder Cast and get to know the two of you and the company more on an intimate level. So we've recently, I would say, last year we were, I guess, somewhat dating.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, early stages.
Courting.
Early stage courting.
Right.
Yeah.
And it slowly progressed.
Yeah.
And then it progressed pretty quickly, and now, we got like a legit relationship.
Right.
We
going
do.
on
No
here.
doubt.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're close.
You know?
You're taking us to dinner tonight, or
Yeah.
a date.
Yeah,
I mean,
either
we don't
or.
have a car, so technically you're
We'll
taking
take
us.
you, but yeah.
And we're not going to dinner. But
Yeah.
No, Fran will handle that.
no, it is cool. It started off just as a couple of text messages back and forth. I knew who you were. You knew who we were.
Yeah.
And then meet you out on the snow, see you out in the industry. Obviously, we're surrounded by all of your Deviant Wraps everywhere. And then finally, we just got to meet each other.
Yeah.
And it kind of clicked really quickly.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing was, you guys have come all the way out to our neck of the woods for Out West Sled Fest.
Yep.
And that's a relatively small show, but it does pack a lot of people out west in a
Yeah,
on a
There's
weekend.
a lot of
And
riders.
a great group of people, too. That is a good time.
It's a solid group. You guys have come out the last few years, flew all the way in, and just had a great conversation. I know with you, Chet, you came up and you're like, "Who are you? Like, what's going on here?"
Yeah, we wanted to
you
hear
guys
the
are
story.
like, "Are you like some big corporation and you're like the little pawn here, just doing this?" And I'm
could've
like, "No,
sworn-
man, it's like me and Mac.
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
got,
I'm
and we
going,
got Kobe,
"No,
we got
stop
a
it."
handful, of team members.
No, you
We're
guys
like,
got a great group.
like we're out here just hustling like you guys are.
Yeah.
And
what
trying
it
to do
is.
cool stuff. And I think we could see that we were both pushing limits and going above and beyond to try and
Right. We're not just dunking our toes, and same with you. We're cannonballing,
Yeah.
jumping right in.
Yeah.
Someone told us it was deep enough to dive, and we threw it. Didn't even check.
Yeah.
most of the time we're trying to hang on to whatever you're doing. But
Right. Well, you've got some great ideas too, which
Yeah.
I can't wait to slowly, release throughout the year and
yeah,
whatnot.
yeah, we'll tease a few of them here, but
See what's cooking.
But to kick things off, so here's the outside perspective from, I guess, my perspective of Backwoods. Okay, so I want to know. I'm super interested in origin stories, like how you guys got started, and it was kind of like small cricket, not a lot going on, and then all of a sudden it was like everyone is rocking Backwoods everywhere. Like,
Yeah.
And so, and I know that's not how it happened.
Right. For some people, it happened quickly.
Yeah.
For others, it
But
really
like,
didn't.
so I'm curious, like, how did this, like, when did this start? What's the origin story here with Backwoods?
I mean,
Take us back.
It's definitely a long story.
It is, yeah.
And I think where it all really started, if you want to go from where it
Yeah,
started,
the core.
is we're New England. We're riding in rough conditions, and we go back to the first time I crashed a snowmobile, or at least this particular green XM, the free ride.
Yeah.
And I needed a bumper, wanted a bumper, couldn't afford one, right? So I said, I'm gonna make one.
Yep.
And I think we didn't bring it here, but we have it at the shop.
original.
Yeah,
the original,
the
the
very
OG.
first.
And
Yeah.
she's a beaut.
She is a beaut.
She's a good girl.
It's going to be in the museum
Yeah.
someday.
But so I built it. I couldn't afford it, couldn't buy it, so I built it.
But how did you build it? Like, what's your background?
Just my background.
Like, did you know the right people, or did you just
No,
figure it out?
my
No,
dad's
he was
always.
a kid back then.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, like, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I would have been 16, 15, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, 10 years ago.
But Dad always had a shop. He always had a welder. He had tons of tools I'd take out, never put back and whatnot. And, he always showed me a thing or two. So I just jump in, and the first welds are pretty rough. And there's some people that bought that bumper. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
But yeah, just diving in, making it happen. I mean, believe me, it's not, if you saw it,
it's not pretty.
It's nothing to write home about.
Yeah.
But you got to start somewhere,
Exactly.
right? Everybody started somewhere.
Yep.
So, boom, that happened, and here's the bumper. It's on the snowmobile. One person thought it was cool, another guy thought it was cool. Well, I started creating an Instagram, right? I started, a free website, and I just slowly started building up the story of, like, me in the shop, taking pictures,
So back then, was it just you? Or, like...
It would have been.
Yeah, it would have been just
the
back
early
in the
days.
super early days.
Super
I mean,
Still friends with with Rye, with
Yeah.
other people, and what are you doing? Oh, just whatever. I didn't even want to tell anybody.
Yeah.
So I'm developing this brand, building this brand,
Yep.
and it's building. I'm on a landscaping company, and working for a guy, and all of a sudden I'm ready for it. I dropped the website, and I hyped this up big. This was big, and we dropped it, and I saw Chase's ass.
Chase's moon dust.
put that thing away.
So anyways, drop the website, right? And I've got an order, not from my mom, not from my aunt. It's someone from Washington.
That's what I was going to ask you.
It's
Yeah,
someone
it
from
was
Washington. It's someone from Colorado. It's a guy from, somewhere in Canada. There's a guy in Vermont. And then there's a couple Mainers.
Yeah.
And it just instantly opened
Clicks,
my eyes.
you're like, wow.
Right?
Yeah.
And not only was I stoked that these people just bought this product, that I've never even shipped, but so that kind of got my heart going. But also, I only made steel versions, yet I offered aluminum online.
Yes.
And when people ordered them, they only ordered the aluminum ones, and I did not know how to weld aluminum when I posted all that. So it was a quick, it was a learning curve nonetheless.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I had 5 aluminum bumpers I've never welded before I needed to produce. And I think that was my first anxiety attack. And I thought there was a gas leak in the shop because I was like, oh, do I feel so weird right now?
Yeah, something's wrong.
And so anyways, I get these things done, right? I'm filling with welder. I built the welder I took a steel MIG gun and turned it into an aluminum one, shortened the lines, push, pull, blah, 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 blah. And I sent them out, right? Roll the dice, off they go. And that's when the need for Ryan presented itself. And little did I even know, you probably saw.
And you knew Ryan? You knew Ryan before?
We were friends.
Yeah, long time. We've been friends 25 years, probably.
Yeah.
Right. So let's hand it over to Ryan for a minute. I send out these bumpers, right, and the people start to get them. You know, and what happens next?
Yeah, it was pretty much like I was on a lot of New England snowmobile pages at the time, and people were buying these products from Chet, and instantly, of course, you know how people are, right to the internet. Look at this. I bought it from this local company. What is this? Like, this is awful, right?
It was
and they're
horrible.
just brutalizing Chet, just like beating him off. And I'm like, listen, I'm like messaging people, I'm commenting. I'm like, hey, he's just starting out. He's figuring it out. He's going for it. Like, he's just a kid. Like, give him a break, right? Like,
Give the poor kid a chance here.
So these people are pretty fired up.
And I don't even think Ryan. I didn't ask him to do it.
No, but I just thought,
You just felt
I
so
see my
bad for the
buddy
little
on
boy.
Facebook
Yeah.
getting hammered, and like, of course, meanwhile, the whole time I'm like, this is a great idea. I'm all for it. Right from the get go,
Yeah.
I was like, this is great. Like, let's do this. Like, let me know how I can help. Well, little did I know that's how I was going to start helping the most, right?
Right.
And I got a hold of these 2 customers, and they're actually New Englanders. They're local. They may even be here. It's hard to say, but. I just said, hey, I send me some pictures. Let me see what you got. See the pictures. Get a hold of Chet. I'm like, all right, bud.
We cannot be shipping
This
this.
is we got to figure this out.
I mean, I'm welding, and it looks so bad. Then I'm grinding, and nothing is symmetrical.
He got good at grinding, yeah. And so I pretty much messaged these people, and I'm just like, hey, I'll get your money back. Send me the product back.
We got to get the post down.
We're going to figure it out like that. Yeah, back then it was like, please take the post down. Like, we're going to make this right. And we did. That was the That was the very early stages of Backwoods.
Yeah.
So
That's kind of how I got in.
You came in
initially.
to put fires out, basically.
Yeah, I was putting fires out. Yeah, I still do a lot of that.
Yep.
At a different level now, but yeah, that's how we got started.
First employee brought on, first partner.
Oh, well, I mean, if you want to, if it, unpaid for sure. I mean, Ryan worked for me for probably 5 years unpaid.
Yeah, I mean, there was several years of just like doing stuff, marketing, you know, just commenting, you know, hey, what bumper do I buy? Jumping in, tagging Backwoods, giving him the spiel. Like I knew the product, I knew what he was doing.
But this was
That's
what
impressive. You said 5 years of just like
so
seeing the vision.
Think about this
Yeah,
too.
I mean,
this was when we're talking about this. That was what 2014, 2015.
Yeah, I mean, because
Yeah.
like I was looking through the Instagram the other day, the very first post, and there may have been some
deleted
deleted
them, yeah,
before,
I
but
needed
it's
to.
2014.
You deleted them.
Yeah,
right
2014.
now. That's and that's the bumper we're talking about in this post, the picture.
Because Backwoods, little did, as does everybody really know, like that's a long time ago, right? Well,
Yeah.
Backwoods, you know, I had journals as I went to, I went to Maine Maritime to be a merchant marine and to ship out as an engineer. And I ended up going to Maine Maritime. I got kicked out. I went and worked in the Gulf for a little bit. I went to New York Maritime. And when I went to New York Maritime, I'm like, Backwoods is done. I remember writing that. You know, I'm sorry to say
So
that.
this was after the first set went out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was probably more than
and we
just
sold
that
more.
batch.
We
Yeah,
sold,
yeah.
you know,
it
we
got
continued
better.
to
I mean,
sell. But it wasn't. I wasn't making any money, and it was just stressing
No.
myself out. And
Yeah.
So I mean, I wrote off probably 2 times. You know, I'm sorry to see the end of Backwoods, but you know, there's bigger things going on.
Yeah.
But you know, and that's why I think there was such a big span, because
Yeah.
after I graduated, you know, I went to New York, got back into Maine Maritime, I was welding bumpers in a barn with no heat. You know, I was bending pipe by hand out in front of this barn, and all the guys would drive by, and you know, it was a regimented school, and I'd be out there in my khakis, you know, and people would be
just
laughing
doing
at me.
work.
What the is he doing?
Yeah.
And building an empire, baby.
Yeah.
I'd come down with these friggin' boxes, and you know, before formation or after formation, drop them off. Castine, Maine. Like, go ahead and Google that.
Yeah.
Go to that.
It's
go
way up the coast.
Look at the post office there, and picture my goofy self walking in there with a bunch of Backwoods bumpers. But then, kept going. I finally graduated, and we had a decision, you know, whether to pursue it or not, and we dove in head first.
Yeah, no, I pretty much told them, like, you know, whatever you want to do, I'm down. Let's do it. Like, I was working full time at the time, and it was it was when you shipped out.
Yeah.
When you graduated, they shipped out.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to cross, you know, go overseas, and you know, we had a new place lined up that when I got
we rented
back,
our own shop.
I got back, we were going to move into this shop, right? It was going to be perfect, great, big, nice, plenty of space.
Yeah.
Get out of the little garage, the horse stall that I, you know, was working out of before.
Yeah.
And I get a phone call like 2 days before I'm getting ready to go overseas, you know, and it's the guy telling me that it all just fell apart. Like,
he was renting it to somebody else, and sorry.
So
The shop.
And I believe we were communicating via email. You were on the ship.
And I remember the day that we were getting ready to leave, I called Ryan. I said, Ryan, I'm not going to be able to communicate. Email is really grim on this thing, but you need to find us a shop.
Okay, can you tell me what year we're in right now?
Yeah, right.
What are we at?
2017.
16 or 17.
Okay, so a couple years have passed
4 or
during
5.
this
Yeah,
time.
no, it would have been 17. Yeah.
17.
So a few years have passed,
Yeah.
and now we're to
Yeah.
this point.
Yeah.
Where
It's still just me at
Just
that point,
you.
Jet's
with
doing it
Ryan's
all.
unpaid
Yeah.
support.
yeah, but you're like, Ryan, get us the shop.
Yeah.
And
When I
At
get
the-
back, we're going to kick some
We're going
ass.
to do it.
Yep,
Yeah, and I
it's
was just
going
going to
down.
I work nights as a diesel mechanic, so I had mornings available, so I was going to do mornings and then weekends, and I get out at midnight,
Saw
so there's
the
some
vision,
time still,
yep.
right?
Yeah.
And he says, you got to find us a shop. So I started looking around and found like a 1,200 square foot shop in Wyndham, which
Huge.
was
1,200 square feet.
we're
What are we gonna do
you
with
know,
all that?
It was big. It had an office. It had, it was perfect. And,
Moving up.
it was close to me. It wasn't very close to Chet, but it worked. It was in the the price range. I don't even know if there was one back then. But, so I called his father and I said, hey, you got to come look at this place with me. Joe came with me.
Big Joe.
We went through the whole place. We took a ton of pictures, and I'm looking at Joe and I'm like, I don't know. I think this is it. Like, I think we should just tell him. I think Chet's going to be down with it. Like, we need something.
I'm sweating, waiting for this email to happen.
Like, this is
on a boat.
This is big,
Somewhere on a ship somewhere.
Like, Chet made the decision to, like, yeah, he graduated, he did his thing, but, like, we're going to go full bore with Backwoods. So we needed a shop. We needed home base.
Yeah.
And we locked it down, and Chet was stoked, saw the pictures, and we made it happen.
I got off the boat and got home and went straight to the shop. The guys already had stuff moved in and whatnot, and then it was game on.
What was plan B in your head?
There wasn't one.
There was, no, we were just doing it.
There is no plan B.
No.
This is the plan.
We never really thought of it as not working.
Yeah.
Ever. Never.
That's. I mean, and I've been on both sides of that, because part of my brain's like, when you're snowmobiling, you should have a plan B. Like, man, if this line doesn't work, like, I need to know what my
I don't have a plan B there,
right?
either. I don't.
But I know the value in, like, if you shut those doors and the only door is plan A,
right,
and you force yourself to figure it out, because a lot of times with plan B, you give up way too quick.
Well, right, because you have an out.
You have an
out.
out.
It's easy,
yeah.
right?
Yep.
The ability, persistence is,
Yeah.
I mean,
sticking with it.
We talk about these Wyndham days. I mean, I was bending the pipe by hand. I was, welding the pipe.
With a hydraulic pipe, like
I was
by hand.
was packaging the material. I was shipping the material. I was literally doing everything.
Yeah.
And those early stages, they were hard. It was a lot of late nights. It was a lot of, like, literal blood, sweat, and tears, and that's something we can elaborate on later.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But we just stuck with it. We made it work. And I remember the day that, Ryan said, hey, I think I'm ready to come over full time. And it was like, I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
But it just worked out perfectly.
So when Ryan comes over full time frame again?
That'd
like
been
2018.
So now a couple years. So okay, so you
that'd
get off the boat.
No, it was definitely 18, 19, somewhere in there.
Okay.
I went full
So
time.
Wyndham was going well. Like, we actually had sales. Like,
I mean, we were doing well at that time. I would go in the morning. I would prep the bumpers, sandblast the bumpers, powder coat the bumpers, and ship the bumpers while he welded and ran the CNC, this little tiny CNC. Like, oh man, we skipped over the very first one. We can get back to that. Anyways,
that's a big question, the opener.
But it was just the two of us. And we had one guy that was he eventually took over and prepped and sandblasted, so then I could just powder and ship.
Yeah.
And then it just. Once I went on, we were doing that, and then I was working a 10-hour shift at night, and then I'd go back in at midnight and do whatever to get orders out the next day.
Just a dog.
This was years of that.
Yeah.
Years.
So,
yeah.
Okay, so we are still pre-2020. I mean, we're like 2018, 2019
2019 we bought the shop, so
this is the question I'm going to lead into now is...
Yeah, it had to have been 17, 18 then when I went full-time.
I think we're getting close to, like, the biggest break, like the biggest win you guys got. Like,
I'm still waiting for it.
Like, what was up to this point? Like, when you look back and you're like, if that thing didn't happen, this. I mean, who knows?
I don't know. It'd be like some products that helped us kind of really gain a lot of traction. Probably when Gen 4 was released, honestly, and we came up with the first ever skid plate front bumper, like a bumper that fit the Skidoo full body skid plate. Like, everybody else,
that could have been the first one.
You couldn't mount to it.
I mean, there's so many of those. There's so many. When it relates to products, for sure. I mean,
that was a breakthrough there.
When we've been the first to release a product, get it to production levels since the Gen 4 release.
Really? Yeah, that's kind of been our goal to always
maybe
try to do that.
fact check me or whatever. I'll throw you a coupon if I'm wrong.
Yeah, there's maybe a couple. Somebody else sneaked in there, but hey,
But honestly, if you ask me, like, those early days, man, they were tough. Like, they were tough.
Yeah.
And I had so many people laughing at me, and, like, I get emotional thinking about it, a lot of this. And it was probably the first customers easing up on me and not killing me online. And the only reason they did it was really because Ryan was right there on the other end of it.
Yeah.
and shout out to those. You guys know who you are.
Oh yeah, no.
But again,
If
along the way,
sure.
if you're listening to this, comment or something. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
let
for
us
sure.
know. Hey guys and gals, if you love the show and want to support us, head on over to deviantink.com. Use the code SledderCast, save some money on your next premium custom wrap. If you've spent any time on deviantink.com, you already know it is the best, easiest custom wrap builder tool out there. With its new interactive design tools, makes designing and customizing wraps super slick. We're big fans of the new color mixer tool. It randomizes colors until you land on the perfect combo. A design mixer tool is a game changer when you already know what colors you want and you want to see all of our designs in just your pre-selected colors. So head on over to deviantink.com, use the code SledderCast, save some money on your next wrap purchase. Let's get back to the show.
Yeah.
But there were so many times that it would have been so easy to give up. It really would have. But it was just the persistence. And I think the support. So I don't know. That's a really tough question. A lot of the first time products, that push, every time we spent the extra hour, it did pay off. And that's a big
making
question.
different
There's a lot of
products and products that really stood out to people, that people, they're really interested in and intrigued by. And I think that helped a ton.
Yeah.
Just changing the way of looking at things and building products differently to suit everybody.
Yeah.
Back then, everybody was running that skid plate. That was a cool product.
Mm-hmm. So if I'm brand new to snowmobiling and I don't know much, right, what's going on in the industry, if someone comes up to you, they walk up to your booth right here, and they say, "All right, boys, why should I buy a Backwoods versus walking down the road a little ways and buying a competitor?"
Yep. That's a great question.
What do you say in that moment to that person?
That is a good question. Well, I'll tell you what. You definitely don't have to buy a Backwoods. You don't. There's plenty of great options out there. There really is.
Yeah.
But what I am sure of is the way that we do things is different than anybody else out there. And, Backwoods has a little bit of a different spin to it. And I always say you're not just buying a product, you're joining a family. Mm-hmm. And I mean that. And I think that what we've been through to get to the point that we're at now, this is everything to us. This is, we are diehard snowmobilers.
Yeah.
We've been doing this our whole lives. A lot of these products solved our problems, back in the day, and now we realize that we can solve other people's problems.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if we're breaking it, so are you.
We can keep people out riding longer, especially East Coast. We only have so much season left. There's not a lot of season to begin with, and then we get good snow, bad snow, rain, whatever it may be. When you're out there, you want to be out there.
Soak it up.
Yeah.
We feel that. So when we make a product, we're making sure that it's not just because it looks cool, It's not just the cool colors, which we have way too many of, but everybody likes.
Well, you got to take care of the people.
Right. But
people love colors.
But we're constantly evolving. We're putting the time and effort. Who else is smashing bumpers with we're doing the math, and then we're testing it out on the snow. We want to see our stuff fail, so then we can change it, adapt it, make it better. We want to hear feedback. We want to adapt and continue to grow, because this baby Backwoods, we call it. It is. That's exactly what it is. You got to nourish it. You got to tend to it. You got to take care of it, and we got to stand behind everything we do and everything that we create, because it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
We're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
We're not going to survive if we don't follow through with everything that we do and keep up with our customers and make sure people are happy and the products are doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
So it's in our blood.
Yeah. And you guys, you see a lot of companies, whether it's in this industry or not, talking to someone like you, founders, owners, they're 1, 2, 3, 4 layers or levels deep, not right there connected to the customer, right? So an example, someone places an order, right? They exchange value with you guys. You created something, they bought it, they paid you money for it, right?
Yeah.
That is, as an entrepreneur, a business, is the greatest feeling there is.
Right.
I created this, and someone thought it was so valuable that they paid me hundreds of dollars for it, because they're going to get that value out of it, right?
Yeah.
You guys are literally on that same level with those customers. So you feel that when you talk about family, right? Like you want people to feel like it's family. It's because it really is. There is no multiple layers between you guys and the end user, right? Like you guys are here.
You go back to the Wyndham days. I mean, we needed, some of you guys making those orders.
Yeah.
We needed that order in order to buy the material, so then we could make the other orders.
Right.
So every single person, it made a difference. Whether it literally was the difference between it happening or not.
Yeah. No, it takes an army. We couldn't have done it
But
without
that pride
all
is
of our
big.
customers.
I tell you catch me on 95 headed north, and there's a bumper on the guy's sled driving by. I get the window
we're
down.
fist pumping, honking, thumbs up.
And then they look at us and they give it right back to
Yeah.
us, and there's no better feeling, And
Well, just a second ago, I mean, what was unique, right? Like we're sitting here getting set up, all of a sudden everyone starts clapping it up. You guys just made a set, like someone walked up.
Yeah.
Hard-earned cash.
Where's
Now
the
the
gun?
boys are
Like hard-earned cash just transferred from one person to you guys.
We just
and,
got another team member.
yeah,
Yeah.
and like everyone just sat there and clapped it up for everyone.
Yeah, we appreciate every sale.
So I thought that was cool. So moving on just a little bit, right? One thing that I think is very noticeable within the industry is that you guys have a ton of athletes, sponsors, like ambassador, sponsorship, pro, like everywhere in between.
Yeah.
You guys have a ton. I might even say one of them, like it feels like one of the most. Okay.
It's a lot.
How do you guys manage
It's an
that?
army.
How does he manage that?
How do you manage that, Ryan?
It's a lot. I tell you, it is. No, I mean, I just, keep in contact. Everybody keeps in contact during, coming into the season, and we get everybody taken care of.
Think about it.
It's
The guys that we work with, the guys that we're helping out, we're trying to be there for, we're hooking up with stuff, they're calling us and they're telling us about what they're up to and what they're doing, and they're sending us pictures of their sled builds and stuff like that. Like, these guys are my friends. Like, this is like we're family, man.
Yeah,
like, we're,
right back to the
we're
family
stoked,
thing. Seriously.
like talking about colors and this and
I
that,
love
and like
that. Yeah, yeah, send me a picture of your wrap like that. Let's match it, right?
Yeah.
And not just. I mean,
Love
when you cross over to the, all right, you're now working with us. That means that you've put in a level of effort into the industry as well.
Yeah.
And there's it's not really a tiered system, but the guys that we are the closest with, we're so close to them because they're equally putting in as much work as we are.
Yeah.
And that's incredibly important. And luckily, there is a plethora of guys. But anyone who does ride for us or represent us, it's because that's exactly what they do. They are just whether it be a small piece or a big piece of who we are as well.
Yeah.
You got to earn it. We're not just handing them out,
Well, it's been pretty incredible and fun to watch.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's been
like
quite a ride.
anyone. I say anyone loosely, right? But like anyone who's doing anything cool, it's like.
He's got cool
they're all
products.
Backwoods. They got cool products.
Yeah, they do.
They got good taste, I
Yeah.
guess. Got good taste. So, it's fall of 2024. Just getting into fall, right?
Yeah, getting chilly.
Future. What we didn't really talk much about what's off the table and on the table here. So
No, it's fine. I'll
So
no,
whatever
go
is
ahead.
off the table,
or we'll just punch each other in the knee when we're saying something we shouldn't. Or.
Like what's the future? Like the future as far as product goes. What are you guys like excited about?
Product?
Yeah.
Because if you said what is the future of what what are you guys going to offer, but if you say product specifically, then that is a conversation.
Yeah.
A lot of our products started because of stuff that Ryan broke, stuff that I broke, right?
Yeah.
Well, now we're starting to deal with products that Brett breaks.
People who are doing
Caleb
backflips
breaks.
in the back.
Kyle
and
breaks.
sending it.
We can't do things that these guys are doing.
Yeah.
They push sleds to levels we can't.
Right.
And then we can help them in ways.
Toby Shepard, Sam
The
Peterson.
Rimshaw guys.
I mean, these guys
really
are
hard on stuff.
Yeah, big time. Toby, smash him up, Shepard.
Toby is tough. Yeah.
Look at our Spotlight series. These are our people nowadays, and it's great. And that's how you really tap into some new crazy products. You're going to see a lot more billet stuff. One thing about our products, we are not afraid to take as much time as we need to make the right product. I mean, above and beyond. The CNC machining process is a very in-depth process. I mean, actually look at some of our products. I mean, some of them are inlaid, chamfered edges. Like, we could cut this differently. We could use different material. Like, there's a lot that goes into them. So I'm excited for more of the CNC component, more of the billet components.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see us kind of come to the forefront of billet products. And I'm talking billet everything, baby.
More billet.
Shiny billet.
Yeah, who doesn't love billet?
Because that's the thing. I wish I had, my desk at home, there's so many examples. Like cast and just, it's different. And we've seen the light, too. We know what we're capable of, and just we won't settle for anything other than that top-tier stuff that we're doing right now. You can't see it and then just go, oh, no, let's not do it that way.
Yeah. As far as the business goes, what do you guys... What gets you excited about the future as far as business goes? The business.
This next push is gonna be good.
Yeah,
This
we had a
next
lot going on.
push.
Yeah.
So what I really enjoy about this whole thing is that, you look at Power Hour, right? So look at that 2 years ago when we first did it. That was a half-court shot.
we
We
went
had no
for it.
idea how it was gonna work, what we were gonna do.
We were hoping people showed up.
For those who aren't familiar with Power Hour, right? Heydays, you guys take afternoon of Saturday.
Yeah.
And basically, if you're anyone at all, you are there. Like, you guys have all of your athletes.
Well, now.
And
it's getting that
as
way,
far as this year goes, but you guys put this show together. It's basically a show midday, middle of the day, during Heydays. And literally, the grounds at Heydays are huge. And how many did you guys have this year, stacked up in your area?
No, I can't get a head count.
Couple thousand?
A lot. Look at the photos. You'll check out the photos.
I mean, there was 2,400 people that registered to win the sled. So
Yeah,
at least
that many.
Yeah.
All in one tiny spot. Yeah.
Right.
But what I am excited about, and that was only a reference point, is this next push, which is going to be, with X Games kind of dwindling off, they kind of cut off the whole snowmobile deal here. We almost lost as an industry, things to shoot for. And it's like, you're not going to see me hitting a ramp, but and we're trying to push to give people something to work towards, an end game goal, a motivating factor. Like, why are you waking up early? Why are you doing this, doing that? Why are you putting in the extra effort? And it's like, oh, because this is coming up. I could potentially enter into to be in Power Hour. I could potentially join this competition, and this guy that rolls up with, 500 followers that no one really knows about, who's been behind the scenes busting his off.
Right.
We help create a platform that then they can showcase their hard work.
Yeah, an outlet for guys like that.
Skip over, it's a lot of effort to get more than friggin' 5,000 followers, to get seen like that. So to use our platform to be able to say, hey, look at the hard work I put into getting to where I am right now. And anybody that's doing that hard work, they're excited for the next step too. But it's hard to do the whole package deal of, being a good rider, shooting good content, presenting all that content.
Yeah,
good
putting it all
Lord.
together.
And there's a couple of us that can do it, which is crazy. But that's hard to do. So let us continue to push on these platforms where, will let us showcase, let us help you do what you're doing, because that's what we're passionate about. That's what gets us excited, especially these events. And then hopefully get some money going in the right directions, help
these guys keep doing, what they've been doing.
Yep.
And money makes the world go around.
It does.
And that's just the realities of it, especially these snowmobiles. They're not getting any cheaper, people.
They're not.
10K is what Power Hour was this year. You guys are going to hear about pretty soon, 10.
Okay, so let me back up. You're assuming a lot of things, big fella.
What?
Everyone knows. You just threw that out. 10K is what Power Hour was.
Yeah.
You guys literally gave away $10,000.
Yeah, to the winner of the competition.
Of the competition.
Yeah. The best video.
The competition was.
Yeah.
The competition was. You had, was it
Six.
There were 6 sledders and creators.
Content creators. Shout out to Boondock Nation, Jack and Dylan helped us. We do this together with them.
Yep.
It'd be very hard.
So you guys basically sent out a message. You guys, who handpicked these content creators / athletes?
Okay.
Was it your
the first time was us.
This is a big question. It gets complicated, but It's
All right,
all
in a
about
nutshell.
it's all about bringing
nutshell.
nowadays, like the founding fathers who helped us put on the first event
Last year.
Well, now they
Yep.
last year.
Yep.
Now they are actually helping us continue to choose
What
who's a part of
creators
this.
do we need to get out here and get them on the
Yeah,
platform
they
and get
helped us
eyeballs
pick
on them?
this
There's
year.
a voting
Yeah.
process, and then Backwoods gets one dedicated choice, and then Boondock Nation gets one dedicated choice, and then it's still very much developing. So
Sure. But basically, I mean, we had 6 riders out there. They put together a short film, couple-minute film,
Yep.
and you guys all everyone got to watch them there live during Power Hour, and there was $10,000 on the line.
Right.
So we had SledWraps.
Cool. Yeah, Jeff, good dude.
We had
Good,
Jeff in our
solid
booth.
dude.
Like they share a booth with us at Heydays.
Yeah.
And like for any of those guys, that's significant. That's like a lot of, if they just put that into equipment.
Yeah.
That's a game
100%.
changer.
Yeah.
That's
And
a game changer.
The other
you know?
thing too is when you go to our booth, like that's a different scene. If you haven't been there, come on by.
Yeah.
But here we are. We're in the big 4, right? Our neighbors are Skidoo, Lynx, Polaris, Articat, Yamaha. And here we are, boom, Backwoods. And if you look around, what do you see? You see a bunch of riders that work with us. That Power Hour. Those guys are on an 8-foot tall printout that I personally designed and put together for them. That we get printed out. We print out we print out big cards, nice thick paper, front and back.
Rider bio cards. Yeah.
We're trying to push these guys, advertise for them. I mean, that's really what the whole thing is.
Yeah.
So not only is there the money too, but it's a full production for
Yeah.
these guys.
And I think what's special about what you guys are doing is other creators out there are now seeing this and saying, I've got to step my
The
game
wheels
up.
are turning.
People are getting
so that
fired up
I can
for
be one of those riders who are getting selected.
Well, people I want to be on that TV next year.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how many times I heard that.
Oh,
like,
people
I
get
am
fired
so
up.
fired up. I'm filming just for this next year.
Right.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, man, that feels
And
good,
that's
right?
it. That right there is what I am interested in creating.
Yeah,
is
more of that.
We're coming into this season right now, and I'm going to push, to start putting this together.
Yeah.
And it changes the way that you look at the entire season all of a sudden because you have something to shoot for.
Yeah.
There's that end game goal. There's that reason. And like other people have their own goals and the reasons why they do things. But now you can have an additional one too. Or
Yep.
maybe now you have one.
Right.
And already we've gotten we're getting fired up. We already did this. We're doing that. We're going to do this. We're going to do that.
People are pumped.
And who knows? Look at what we've done. I mean, I remember when I told the guy, all right, listen, I'm buying a 16-foot television, right? And the guy's like, what are we going to do with that?
Yeah, I'm like, that's a big TV.
And that was before Power
We're gonna
Hour.
put
That
TV
was
that big.
before. Yeah.
Yeah. So now we've got not only a 16-foot, but we've got like a 22-foot. So we've got a bunch of these TVs now, and those are ours. Those are Backwoods televisions.
Right.
So yeah.
All right, guys and gals, Trail is one of our newest program supporters here at the Sledder Cast podcast. You can find them at trail.com. They are coming in hot with all of the goodies, all the backcountry essentials. A few of our favorite must-haves are the Grizzly folding saw with razor sharp teeth that plow through those pesky branches with ease. Also the lightweight ski pole strap, a real back saver when your buddy needs that 7th pull of the day. And of course, the Trail Hot Pot exhaust cooker, because hot meals are way better than cold meals in the backcountry. So head on over to trail.com, that's TREYL.com, grab your exclusive SledderCast promo code in the description below. Let's get back to the show.
It's pretty cool to see what it's turned into.
Well, that's it's been a treat to watch. I'll tell you that. Like it's really impressive. And
And just wait for what's
And-
up next. You cut me off there.
well, what's next?
But wait, there's more.
So
There's
I
more.
can't talk too much about it, but there's a handful of guys. Now I feel like it's the proving grounds. You look at the crowd that we just put on. People are starting to look at me a little differently. They don't look at me like I'm that crazy anymore.
Yeah.
I think we've been able to kind of take something that was a wild idea and make it happen. And it's like, well, I get a couple more wild ideas.
Got a couple more of them.
Yeah, I can't say too much because there's a lot of work that goes into it, but we're starting to surround ourselves with the guys who are good at what they do.
Yeah.
And not only just good, but the best.
Yeah.
And when you do that, That's when stuff really happens. Look what we can do as individuals. Think about what we can do together as a team.
Yep.
And this year, you're going to see some crazy stuff, just like the first time at Power Hour. Cut us some slack. Let us figure it out.
Yeah.
But you will see something during
worth it.
this season that's going to happen. That's going to get, we probably won't showcase it until later on. You'll hear about
what
it.
part of the season? So this episode right here will air probably in late December.
We need good riding conditions for what we're going to do next.
It's going to depend on
really
conditions.
good snow.
Big.
Okay.
We need good snow. We need the right setup.
There's some
there's a
things
lot
in
of
the
moving
works,
parts, but it's something that you wouldn't see until maybe it would be the hype for next year. And then again, just like Power Hour, you're going to see it. The workings are going to start again, and instead of just one, there's going
Trevor's
to be
wheels are just
instead of
turning
just,
right
I'm
now.
like wondering if this is.
instead of just
it's
one this year, it'll be legit this year, and we're talking big money now. 20K payouts, 25K payouts, and then you're going to see one this year, and then you're going to see 2, 3, the year after, and then it's going to slowly develop into something that it's going to be
really big.
Yeah,
That's fun. Well, I guess we'll see what if the snow comes early.
Cliffhanger.
Maybe we are getting a little teaser before this episode comes out, right?
Sure. Did you hear that, Tristan? We need a teaser.
Yeah.
Nice. So, kind of bring it back just a little bit.
Yep.
So,
Reel on back.
So go back just a little bit. Went to the future. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll kind of hang out in the future for a little bit, but we've got a couple things that I think we can talk about that are kind of fun. I mean, stuff that's new to us, right? So we got presented by to an organization, the Rebel Stokes Snowmobile Club.
Yeah.
Up in Canada.
Yeah, I'm stoked on this one.
Okay, and this is kind of just a little fun. I mean, it's not like a $30,000 grand prize finale thing.
No, but this is very cool.
No, this is a start.
But this
is very cool.
This is kind of fun. So if you are sledding up in Boulder this season in the Boulder parking lot, there's going to be a little treat there. I don't think we disclose exactly what's going to be there, but let's just say it's being created right now.
She's a beaut.
Yeah, it's very neat.
It's being created right now, and you'll probably see some teaser stuff popping out here shortly.
Want to grab me a sweatshirt?
Yeah, we probably ought to tease some people.
Large. Freezing.
You want to
large.
bring something up? Let's clap it up.
Yeah.
Hands in order. There we go. There we go.
See, everybody claps.
No, I'm
It's
so
just-
done that
Time,
too.
yeah. But yeah, so it'll be fun. It'll be a nice little.
Yeah, I think it'd be a nice addition.
Well, and that's one of your, you look at we are working together now, and I think that you're one of the guys that gives me a call every now and then and has a crazy idea, and I'm like, yeah, absolutely,
Right.
I'd love that. And
Yeah,
it's just nice. Thank you very much, Pops. It's very nice to get that, to have that, and I give you credit for the ideas that you have, and that's why it was really just a no-brainer for me. It's like, again, look at what you can do alone. Think about what we can do together.
Right. Yeah, it is nice to have other people coming at us with cool, different, innovative design, like ideas that nobody's thinking about or doing.
No, yeah, and it goes both ways. Of course.
I'm stoked on it. Yeah.
One thing as far as like directly ties product to product, right? Like one thing we're working on right now back home is you guys sent us all of your colors, right?
Yeah, we had Ty in the shop do up some powder coat samples,
Some
sent them
samples.
all out.
So we're gonna
Now
test
we can get
those
'em.
and tie them, match them up. That got loud, didn't it? Match those colors up. So because we get customers all the time, they're like, "Hey, I just bought I got the Plum Crazy, Backwoods."
We've got all the colors.
Right? And so it's like, which
it's
color?
important they match. Like,
Which color on your site matches the best?
Yeah.
And
We've got how many colors? We have so many
Polaris
colors.
has got like 24 or 5 colors.
And we've
all
we
in
just
all.
love
watching
and
those.
we've got 'em.
Those next model year unveils,
Yeah, I'm
and
on
then
like
they
the
got
edge
all
of my
these new
seat,
colors.
like waiting,
I'm
like
sick the
You're
week
like,
before.
no,
please
no.
be all last year's colors, just in different ways. Like, please.
They're like, they did blue again. It's like, that's not just blue. It's sky
Yeah,
blue.
I
it's
mean,
octane blue. There's
well,
so many blues.
Yeah, Polaris has five different blues.
Yeah.
That we have.
Yeah.
There are more. Can't match them all.
tough.
I
Yeah,
just
it's
can't
tough.
do them all.
Yeah. But yeah, so that'll be one thing that you'll start seeing slowly rolling out is
Yeah,
we're going to try and be better
The color
at,
match is awesome.
at matching colors up. So
Yeah.
That's fun and exciting. Okay, you guys ready for this?
Hit us
I don't know.
with it.
I don't know
ready.
if you made it this far down the page.
Probably
I'm
not.
hoping you didn't. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
I browsed it.
like I said, you guys are some of the best in the industry of attracting the right people to work with. Athletes, pros, ambassadors, right? You got a slew.
Yeah.
So these questions are going to be catered towards those people, okay, those athletes.
Yeah,
and
this
let's
ought to
see,
be fun.
we may have a couple of them.
We got some
yeah,
athletes
we're
here.
kicking
Yeah,
around
we got
over
some
here.
hitters here
So
right now.
yeah, we got Brett here, so
We
you
got
may
Brett.
need to.
Yeah,
I don't
Caleb's
know where
down
he's
there.
at.
Chase, Austin. I
Yeah.
mean, Steve-O.
So you might want to be
definitely.
careful how you
Number
answer
one
these
product
questions.
tester.
Okay, easy.
You know?
Right. So here's the first one. Okay, if you could be any one of your athletes for one day, who would you be?
For one day.
That's
Yeah.
funny. Well, I'll tell you who I wouldn't be right now is I
Okay.
wouldn't be Scott Iyer.
Yeah.
God love him with those broken ankles right now.
Yeah, poor guy.
Sorry, Scott.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be Brett either. He's limping around, but that
Yeah.
boot's coming off soon.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
is.
know.
He's
I mean,
doing good.
That's a tough one. There's so many good ones, you know?
But you got to say name.
I mean, I'm going to have to say it'd be hard to not want to be Caleb.
Oh,
I mean,
for
come on.
one day.
For one day? If I could ride like that for one day, I'd be styling. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that is a tough question. I feel like I had a good
I don't
answer,
know.
but-
I mean, Muskoka's got pretty good setup.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what's he doing
Beat him
today?
for a day.
Yeah,
I'd
his-
probably
his
be running an
setup's
excavator.
He's either
right
running
now.
an excavator,
I've
driving a
always wanted to do
speedboat.
that. Yeah, speedboat. I think it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh, you know who I'd be?
Who do you want to be?
I would be Sam Peterson.
Okay.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
why?
No,
Why?
that's
Because I
solid.
want to be a cowboy.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's a great
and
answer.
think about that too. Like Sam Peterson, right?
Well,
You're-
yeah.
so
I mean,
you're-
I guess
you're-
I'm just thinking as like a riding
picture,
ability
hang on, let me tell.
standpoint. Yeah.
Picture this. Set the mood, right? Here we
Yeah,
are. We're galloping
no.
along on our horse,
Yeah,
right?
riding a real horse.
Cow's loose, right?
Yep.
We're wrangling
So here we
cattle.
go. So, rope that cell phone rings. Who is it? It's Keith,
Yeah.
right? What are you doing? Nothing, right? Just tying this cow real quick.
Yeah,
Keith's
nothing.
like, get in the truck. We're going friggin' mountain biking.
Yep.
It's like, okay. And then you're off. And then you bump into a bunch of other people who are just awesome, And then what do you do later on? Yeah, I think that's
That's
it
the guy
right
right there, Sam.
Yeah.
Cowboy.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a solid dude.
Okay. Well, we'll keep going. Okay. If you had to guarantee yourself a victory in a wrestling match, and you had to pick one of those athletes that you work with, who are you picking? Where I'm going to pick him because I know I'm going to take him.
I'm gonna make you squeal like a piggy.
Jeez, that's a tough one.
See, that's when Caleb jumps in for me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
You're
wrestle
gonna
you later,
take- you're
Caleb.
gonna take him?
No, I don't believe I can take him. No.
No, not you,
No.
Caleb.
No.
Yeah.
Who can I take on?
Wait, didn't you say we'd guarantee a win?
It's a guaranteed win.
Yeah. See, there you go.
Oh, yeah. Geez, a guaranteed win. Who do I want to wrestle?
We don't have
I don't know.
people.
I don't think of them like that. I don't want to wrestle
I'm
any of
forcing
them.
you to
But I
right
gotta
now.
win.
Are you a sponsored rider? Technically, you are. I'll wrestle
No,
you.
no,
That'd
no.
be kinda fun.
Hey, come
I mean,
on.
we're,
I'm,
like,
not, I'm the
living
one asking the
together this
question here, okay? None of that.
Guaranteed win. I
We'll-
don't know.
we'll loop
We're
back.
gonna have to
We'll
come
loop
back
back
to
to it.
that
All right,
one.
we'll
I don't
loop back to
know.
If you were brand new to snowmobiling, never been, who would you choose to be your tutor, your mentor for the day?
My tutor.
Yeah, who would you want to go out with for the first time to teach you the ropes?
Oh, jeez. Well, I tell you, there's a lot of people I wouldn't want to. It really depends on how many ski poles I get. When I went out to Revy, and I guess if we're talking sponsored riders, I mean, shit, you're right, we do have a lot of them.
Yeah.
That was the most hospitable trip I've ever had, and I can't. It was so funny. Jason McMurray,
Yeah.
and
Oh, they're
Derek,
solid, dude.
and ooh, I swore, and here I am, and I can just see it in their eyes. They're going, "What are are you doing? The pin and wiggle does not work in Revy.
20 feet of snow.
Right?
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, the pin and wiggle works here.
Yeah.
And they're like, just stop. And I'm like, listen, just
I
leave me
guess I'd have
alone.
to-
I
yeah.
got this one. So, like, even put me, I felt like I was new to snowmobiling when I got out there. They took care of me. They helped me out so much. So, Freerider Films crew.
The crew.
If that was, that's a broad.
Yeah.
But
No, we
but
can do
also
it.
there's guys that laugh, but that's good. You need that. But yeah, Jason and Derek too. I'll take them both. But their friend's going to show up too, so that's
Yeah.
why it's like a power pack.
Yeah, love it. Okay, what we rolling with that?
Ryan hasn't done that in Revy yet. Get ready for it next year.
I need to get up there.
Yeah.
Bad.
This year, multiple trips.
Yeah, I'm in.
So do we.
Let's do it.
Yeah. We weren't thinking too good about the lighting here, were we?
No,
we're backlit
This
heavy.
is my first.
Do you want to
No,
fix that?
We'll roll. I mean,
Adjust the brightness.
You want to move
we're round in third base right now. So
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you guys are familiar with the show Survivor?
Love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well,
All
I
right,
used
so-
to watch
so
it.
all of your athletes are on Survivor.
Naked and Afraid would be.
Okay. They're all on Survivor.
All of them.
Who would be the first one voted off the island?
What's the strategy?
Depends on their
right?
current condition, I guess. No.
Like just knowing personalities and how people are like they are literally playing against each other. They know each other. It's not like they're just showing up and don't know each other. They literally know each other.
Hey yo 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 hey yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one.
Yeah, your questions are hard.
I think I could have fun
Who
with
would I
that. 'Cause
wanna
imagine
vote
if they
off?
imagine if they
I mean,
actually
I guess
did that. Like,
whoever.
let's-
Wait, are we competing
Put
against
us in the
them? Like
scene.
we're in Survivor with them?
You guys aren't. You're just
We're not.
it's a
You're
good
just-
thing because
you're
I'm going
just
to win
watching.
that. I'm definitely
You're
going to
just
win that.
You're
watching.
just watching and you're like, oh, they're doing that? Yeah, he's going to be the first one off for sure. Or she.
I got nothing.
I don't know. I think Muskoka maybe.
Well, yeah, because he's
Ooh,
too nice.
yeah.
They'd be like, listen,
He's
if I
maybe-
make it to the final
He's
round with
maybe
this
too
son of a-
nice, too
Everyone's
quiet.
going
he's,
for him,
he's not
right?
gonna, yeah,
But that's
just,
why- that's
the
why he's gonna
weakest
win,
link.
too.
I don't think he's not the weakest link in the mountains for sure, but maybe on an island.
Wow, on an
with
island.
a bunch of other riders. I don't know.
Oh, he'd build his own little compound.
But he
He'd-
is, yeah,
You see those
resourceful.
steps he
So
shoveled,
maybe
shoveled for me out at Jackson? That was like a
Yeah,
four-tier
that
system.
was like that was a setup.
So they wouldn't want to get rid of him because he'd build this, a small
Yeah.
colony.
He'd be
worth
like
of
the little
stuff.
worker bee
But
there.
that's also a threat. I forgot about this guy.
Yeah,
I'll wrestle you.
Yeah.
Come over here, Koozie. You want to wrestle?
Actually, he's my guy. If I could win against, look at him. If I could beat this guy
Sucking on a
wrestling,
slice
I
of
would.
pizza.
Chris
Yeah.
Kuzman
This is what
just
it's about.
backflipped 2 hours ago.
That's a massive
What is
piece of
on that pizza?
cheese.
He just said he's going to buy his slice. He's like,
Dang.
"You want the rest?"
Dude, these are
Yeah.
people right here.
Kuzman coming through, feeding
Wow.
us. Check that
Oh
out.
my
I'll get
God.
into that in a minute.
Getting your
Look
gear.
at that. Landed
no,
right on the
you're all
cord.
good.
Eat that off the
That's-
cord.
Oh, there you go. Good luck.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's tough. I mean, that's a
Yeah.
great question though, because that would be honestly we could do that's
You could-
that's actually what our plan is for this year. 30K payout.
Yeah,
We're doing
he's onto
Survivor.
us.
We just spoiled it, right?
Yeah.
How did you know?
It's naked and afraid
Hold on
though.
a second,
Yeah.
guys. That actually would be a pretty rad thing,
Yeah, it's in the snow.
right?
Nuh-uh.
Wouldn't be an
All you
island.
have is
We'd
a
be in the
snowmobile.
snow.
No, I'm
It's
just
in the
kidding.
off season.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right,
we go
take
off
everybody
season.
out of their element.
And
Yeah.
you can't watch it
Tropical.
until it's gonna cost you $10. There's gonna be a payout.
Yeah.
There would be, I mean, at least we know one industry would be extremely involved, right? The power sport industry would be
Yeah.
very much popcorn watching, right? So, okay, well, I thought we'd just throw a couple fun questions in there for you guys.
Yeah,
I know
good.
they were a little tough.
Yeah,
I
they
didn't give
are.
you much warning there, but
Yeah.
thought, wonder what
fun.
these guys will say here. But here's like this is how we end every podcast with these two questions. Okay? The first one is, do you have a brand new sled? Okay?
Oh, I love this part.
What are the three aftermarket mods you're going to make to that machine? And I'm going to spice it up because a lot of people most people are saying bumpers. Okay? I'm going to change the rules on you guys because wraps don't count.
Oh man,
Bumpers don't
I'm not
count.
a rap guy anyway.
Okay, bumpers don't count either. Okay,
So-
no
Honestly,
no
back in the
backward
day,
products.
I didn't
come
even
on,
have bumpers.
man. My sled's not going to survive.
Well,
Let's
Remember
gotta
when
have 'em.
remember when I didn't have a front bumper?
Yeah,
for
forever.
years.
Like,
yeah.
what, Chet? What's going on here, bud?
So, anyways, you guys kind of select three aftermarket mods that you would choose to put on
Rye
the
goes
first three.
first.
Aftermarket mods. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, like I haven't dabbled with them at all, but probably if I can't do bumpers or wraps, never been into performance
I ain't riding sleds then if I
mods.
can't do that. Right? Is that what you're gonna say?
What?
I ain't riding. If I can't do a bumper,
No,
I can't do a wrap. I ain't
I
riding.
need definitely some of our products. Yeah, like it's going to be a tough time. The insurance company is going to hate me. But anyways, I'll roll with it. None of
Yeah.
our products. I would say probably like I would do shocks, aftermarket shocks, or have the shocks done.
Dial suspension up a little bit.
Yeah, I think that
Okay.
would be probably number one. Number two, I would probably do like some clutching.
Okay.
Spice her up a bit.
Spice her up.
You know, they make so much power now. We're at sea level,
Yeah.
right? So, like, we make all the power. Mm-hmm. So it's like you don't need
I
much.
love that power.
I love that power. That power. Anyways, I think clutching, so it's more responsive, snappy. I like that
A little
real
bit more
snappy
fun,
bottom.
right?
Yeah, more playful. Number three. Actually, you know what I really liked? Like I had a SLP can with a muff pot bracket cooker. It's
Yeah.
all built in one unit,
Yeah.
right? Like a muff pot. Is that a mod?
Yeah, it
It's
is.
not really a mod.
And guess what?
But I'm telling you, warm.
We've got a lot of hot pots for you. 40% off. See the description in
Nice-
this episode.
Damn,
Nice
I gotta,
plug.
I gotta
That was
grab one
natural,
of
too.
them,
That was
man.
natural.
That was clean.
That
I
was
need
not
one of them.
forced
But
at all.
honestly, like hot lunch on the hill is
Tough to
like
beat, right?
kind
Different. Hits
of game
different.
changing. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. An easy thing that we do, this is like super easy. You guys are cooking up gourmet stuff. But if you want something easy, just throw a Hot Pocket in there. Boom. Game over.
Yeah, I
Game
mean,
changer.
You know what I have? I have two
We-
monsters.
We like, like Little Smokies.
Yeah, Little
or
Smokies.
Those are pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do some red hot dogs maybe
Oh.
in there.
Oh, red snappers.
Yeah, you gotta have the snappers.
Got introduced to that last night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we got your
Yeah,
three.
I mean shocks,
Shocks,
some clutching,
and hot pot.
some
A
hot
hooker.
lunch. Yeah, that's
Okay.
I'm in.
So
Chet.
for me, it's kind of funny because, I used to kind of deck my sleds out, and I'd really get into the colors and the wraps and cut my own stickers and do this and do that.
Yeah.
And it's like, honestly, nowadays I can just hop on a sled and be perfectly happy as long
Yeah.
as I have what I need to be comfortable and to be able to do what I'm about to go do.
Yeah.
Right, and that's really what a lot of our products do is they prepare me for that because I'm going to try like hell. We're going to get to where I'm thinking we're going to go, and I don't know what's going to happen to the sled along the way. Right, so if I can't do any of the stuff that we offer, which nowadays is just about everything that pertains to that mission of going wherever I'm going to go, I'm going to bring a toe strap, like a pole strap, something. That's
Can we
gonna,
go with that's a mod?
That's going to,
I don't
yeah.
know. I mean, is that technically a muff pot's like.
All right, fine.
No,
Whatever.
I mean, yeah,
You know, if you only come up with two, we'll count it. Count it as your third
Chet's
one.
had some interesting toe strap ideas
So
over the years too. We won't go down that.
I like storage. I
Yep.
like
Okay.
I like
Oh, dang.
having what I need.
Yeah.
Because like when shit gets deep, like I don't like help. I don't want anybody to help me. I'm fine. I'll
Yeah.
be good.
Yeah.
Right. So like I got my Milwaukee saw in the back. So I need a good storage bin to be able to keep stuff because who knows, something's gonna snap. I'm going to end up somewhere I don't want to be. Someone's going to end up somewhere they don't want to be. And
then you're
I
gonna
got
need
the
a
little
saw.
doohickey to help out for it. So
Yep.
a good storage
Good
of
storage.
some sort.
I
Dry,
like it.
Yep. So there's some kind of rack going on there.
Yeah, tunnel bag.
And then I can't believe you took away my pull strap.
Pull strap. Oh,
Yeah,
gotcha.
up front. After that, I don't know. Everything I want, I built. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and
a
you won't
great.
let
I
us
mean,
use
that's a
any of
great.
that.
I think that's how we end that question right there.
You know,
everything
so-
I want, I build.
yeah. So,
That was hard to pick other things.
Okay.
so I got a good back.
Yeah. Okay. We'll go with that. All right. Last question. You ready? What's one thing that most of the people who are going to be watching this, they don't know about you. That dirty little secret. What is that
God.
one thing?
I thought about this one.
That no
Dirty
one
little secret.
knows about you.
Well, then everybody's gonna know.
Yeah, no, that's the point. We're going to let them know right here.
Wow.
And it's getting a little chilly, isn't it?
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
it is.
shivering
You
over
look-
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing all right. I'm just bouncing here to stay warm.
I wish why didn't I get to this
Dirty
one?
little secret. I don't know.
It's
I mean,
the
I
very
guess
last thing on the sheet. That's probably why.
yeah, that we went zoom right by that. But
I could have done you a solid though, and
I guess-
gave you a little heads up.
I
you
don't know. I guess I got probably kind of a cool one. I wouldn't call
Okay.
it dirty, but like
Doesn't need to be dirty.
I don't drink alcohol. Been 12 years now.
That
I think
is that's
pretty cool.
extremely unique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gave it up.
I definitely can't say.
Yeah, no, we definitely had
Casual.
some great drinking times together for
Yep.
sure.
That was a long time ago.
It sounds like
Long
that's
time.
probably a story for another day, though.
Yeah, we'll tell that later.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Like off of these. You
Yeah,
know,
we
so
go.
get this mic set up.
Yep.
yeah. Beep 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 beep.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that would be mine. Like not the whole, unless you follow me directly, like you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Like,
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. There we
I
go.
guess
I
that's
like
my-
it. That'll,
that's what I
We'll
got,
count that
yeah.
one for sure. Yeah.
This is funny. Well, I don't know. So I have like these really weird. Evelyn! She's the boss.
yeah. Boss lady.
I don't know. I'm probably diving into like learning a little bit about myself. I have these weird, like I'm a pretty easygoing guy. Like you really can't upset me, and like I just go with the flow. I don't have to plan anything. I can just kind of roll with the punches. But like I have these weird quirks, like not like quirks,
Yeah.
but like weird things that just bug the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And
Lots of those. Yeah.
there's probably like a couple.
There's a couple. Yeah.
But I hate the sound of dogs drinking water.
Yeah,
Let's
that is super
Make that
annoying.
sound. What are we talking about here?
It's like
Go
just
listen
like,
to a dog drinking water.
Yeah.
Well, I
Like,
want
can
you
we-
to make the sound.
I'm not making the sound. It's horrible.
It's just it is horrible.
Make the sound.
I agree to that.
You can't make the sound.
Who can make the sound?
Like I'm complaining in my head right now, but
like their tongue and like the water slapping.
I think my dog is just really loud at
Is
it.
that what it is?
No, all
Kita.
dogs do that. Mine are bad.
So you don't like that sound?
It's horrid.
We're gonna have to see if we can overlay that in here somewhere.
I'll record it. I'll send it to you. Someone else has got to have this too.
Yeah. I mean,
No, 100%.
I don't have a dog, but I can visualize and
Do you
hear
have
in my
any
head.
animals? Do you have any animals?
Yeah, I do.
What do you got?
I have 9 chickens.
Shitting me.
Are they
You're
young
the, you're
birds,
the
or-
egg.
I'm a-
You got eggs on eggs.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, they produce healthy for about half, 3/4 of the year. Well, no, about half the year actually. And then from about November till March, April,
They don't
hardly any
produce?
eggs. Yeah, I don't put any artificial light out for them, so kind of my fault. But I kind of just forget,
Poor chickens.
forget about them
Chickens,
for
no kidding. You
yeah,
let
and
they
a cat.
I used to have
Not
chickens.
my daughter wanted a cat, so
Yeah.
Dirty little secret. Secrets are fun.
okay. Well, there we go. So that was yours.
That's such a dumb one.
Dumb what?
Dogs drinking water. Who the?
Hey, it was your.
That was what
you thought of it.
Yeah, you
right.
could have said something else.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
There
That's
we go.
fine.
Everyone's now going to know.
Yeah, great.
You're going to go to Power Hour next year, and everyone's going to be there with a dog dish, just
Oh, good.
Oh,
drinking
no.
water.
Yeah.
Okay.
People are gonna give me alcohol.
Okay. Yeah. Just going to force it down.
get off the wagon.
So how did Backwoods go under
Stay
anyway?
away. Stay away. Yeah. Well, funny story.
Yeah. Well, gentlemen, we've cruised right along. We're over 60 minutes now.
Wow, time flies when you're having fun.
The night is young.
It is. Tonight's a good night here. We're taking you across the creek.
You guys
tonight.
told me that's
We're
a
crossing the
danger
bridge.
Yeah,
zone
you
over
ain't
there.
going to bed early tonight. Not that you did last
the
night.
Backwoods Army's over there. You're in good hands.
Oh, yeah, I was telling.
We're all right.
I was telling Chet. I don't know if I was dreaming this or if it was just actually happening.
Yeah.
I could hear you outside the trailer like
Yeah,
all
he
night.
was there. He was probably like 4 or
Your
5
voice.
campers down.
I am the
But you
voice
could
inside
still
your
hear
head.
him.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'm surprised I still have a voice.
I
I
know,
mean, to be
he's
completely
losing
honest
it.
with you.
You've been
so-
talking for 60 minutes. It's going
Yeah,
away.
catch me tomorrow. Well, talking's different than yelling. I mean,
Yeah.
we just got off the Ravex, freestyle
show.
event over there, and
Yeah.
it's, it's not easy.
Nope. Okay. Well, once again, we'll remind everybody. Okay, these gentlemen right here are gracious enough. We are giving away $1,000 Backwoods gift card.
Yeah.
Make it 1,500.
What?
Yeah.
Said it. It's too
That's
late.
all right.
1,500?
Yeah, Steve-O's like, what?
What the-
No,
what
it's
do you
not going to
guys-
happen here, Steve. It's all right.
Yeah.
What do you get? Okay.
No, and that's the
Yeah,
thing,
we
dude.
could.
Like, this is the
No,
stuff
no,
we
we
get
can't.
stoked
Wait,
on.
We're getting
but-
picked.
No, not 1,500, or we already
No,
got
yeah,
1,500. You want to make it
1,500,
2?
No,
2,000.
2,000.
This will get the people going. This better get some views.
Or
Yeah.
2 people.
2 people.
1,000.
Two
Let's
people,
do
1,000.
2 $1,000 gift cards.
We'll pick 2 of you.
We'll do that.
2 of you.
Yeah, $1,000 in product.
Wow. Okay, that's going to be rad.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, baby.
All you got to
Yeah,
do,
I mean-
wherever you're watching this, we're going to try our darndest to get that link in the either the bio or the description of the video, wherever you're watching or listening. There'll be a link. Just go there, drop your name,
Check her
drop your
out.
email.
Jump
Yeah.
in.
That's all you
Trevor's
gotta do.
people, We'll get with our people,
Okay.
and we'll make it happen.
And so, from when you're watching this, in 2 weeks, we'll have 2 winners.
Yeah. And I'm
Yeah.
going to, well, this probably won't be official, but I'm going to ask you a question about this podcast. Make sure you listen to the whole
trick
thing.
question.
You better be able to answer it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Appreciate
ya.
it. Thank you.
We'll see you.